All right. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash.
All right, we want to give double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, which rule well. And we want to give peace, greetings, and salutations to all the Legakim, that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity, throughout the four corners of the earth, and the brothers that's not wavering in the faith, being diligent in truth. Now, we say shalom to you, brothers, and we say shalom, to the few sisters that believe, and all meekness and humbleness. We say shalom. We the brothers from GMS Miami Camp. I'm your brother Zakaria.
Brother Samak.
And Lord willing, through the spirit and power
of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash.
Adawan Ratazah, that means Lord willing. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect of the nation Israel, And our lesson today, through the spirit and power
of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash.
It's going to be basically on going into these prophecies, man. Linking up what's going on around the world, and bringing you brothers the news, what's going on around the world, and the signs that our Lord Yahweh Shai, he told us was going to happen before his second return, man. Because we in the middle of World War III, the beginning stage of World War III, which is heating up. You got the MOTB. All right, you see it getting lined up. And all these different news articles happening. Because why? These are the times that we living in. So we just gonna prophesy, and Lord, when his lesson edifying to the elect. You got it, brother.
Khan, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach.
That's right.
Chapter 39, verse 1. Mm-hmm. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, mm-hmm. and is occupied in the meditation thereof,
right.
will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies.
Yeah, so you call yourself a man of the Lord, you call yourself a prophet, you got to be occupied in the prophecies. You're going to seek out the wisdom of all the ancient. You're going to be looking at the scriptures. Are you going to search the scriptures? You're going to measure the time diligently, as it says. Mm-hmm. Are you going to be watching the elders and apostles of great millstones? Scriptures say, miss not the discourse of the elders. You're going to see what's going on, and you're going to know what time you're living in. You're going to be occupied in the prophecies. You got it, brother.
I got a precept.
Yep.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 44. I'm going to start at 1. Let us now praise famous men, mm-hmm. and our fathers that begot us. Right. All right, that's why we give double honors to our apostles and elders, okay, because they blessed us with this wisdom and understanding of the scriptures.
That's right.
All right, and to understand what the hell is going on, what's going on in this current state, the current affairs. Yep. By understanding the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, okay, we're able to decipher what's going on in the world. Mm-hmm. And that's why we give double honors to our apostle elders, because they showed us the breakdown.
That's right.
Like, who are the Russians according to the scriptures?
Right.
Who are the Iranians according to the scriptures? Mm-hmm. Who are the JJs, the 1948ers according to the scriptures? Okay.
Yep.
Who is and they're part of the part of this beast system in terms of pushing out particular ideology. Okay, because the JJs in 1940, the small hats are the international bankers.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the one who's control the world. They're the head of the wicked, which is Esau. Esau's the wicked. They're Amalek, the chief of Esau.
Yep.
I got a precept to back you up.
Yep. Come.
Unless you have more.
I was gonna read two more scriptures. Then you can bring it out.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord hath wrought great glory by them through His great power from the beginning. Right, and again, all right, we have to give honor. Okay. To our forefathers,
right.
for the Lord putting the Spirit on them to write these prophecies out, mm-hmm. like Jeremiah, okay, like Obadiah,
right.
okay, like our big brother Yahweh Shai, he's the top prophet,
yep.
Okay. Continue on 3. Such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies.
Yep.
Okay, you see that?
Yep. That's heavy.
All right, so just wanted to bring that out.
They're declaring prophecies, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got a precept to back that up. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17. It says, "Let the elders who rule well be counted worthy of double honor, mm-hmm. especially those who labor in the word and in doctrine." Man, that's why we give double honors, because our apostles elders, they labored in the word and doctrine decades, man, mm-hmm. to get rightly dividing the word, so we can get it, man, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's why the brother said. That's how we know who the Russians are. Mm-hmm. Right, that the land of the north in certain precepts, the Medes. all right, that's going to come against America, man. That's going to ultimately burn this place with fire, man, along with their allies, man.
Apostle R did one on NATO and the EU, which is the beast.
Yep.
All right, who's the beast?
Right.
Mentioned and throughout Revelation. That's NATO and the EU. Okay. And again, if it wasn't for our apostles and elders teaching us this, we wouldn't know.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And of course, it's all it all gives glorifications to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai because He opened our mind. He provided us the Comforter. All right. To when they broke down these scriptures for us to receive it.
That's it.
Because when you tell somebody, hey, this is the beast system.
Yeah.
All right. What is they fumble. They don't even know what does it mean, the beast system. Well, who is the beast?
Right.
When you say mark of the beast, that's another. Well, who's the beast?
Right.
NATO and the EU, and they're pushing this draconian, all right, digital AI infrastructure onto the masses.
Yep.
Okay, and when that's how we know the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, is coming. Right. RFK Jr.
Yeah, that's
all
what
right.
I think about. Yep.
The Apostle, he did a video. I was watching. I was like, yo, he's out in Congress.
Yeah. Right,
telling everybody, our goal, all right, is to within 4 years is to have people have a wearable device. American citizens to have a wearable device on their persons.
Right.
All right, to track their health.
Yep.
That's leading to the chip.
Yeah.
Okay, because that chip. Because really what it is right now, people are waking up to what's going on. That's why you got to be, tuned into what's going on in the world and filter it through the scriptures.
Yep.
People are waking up that, the mainstream media is lying through their teeth.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't trust mainstream media. That's why they're going to alternative. They're going to social media. They're going to Rumble. Yeah. They're going to X. Yep. They're going to Odyssey. So now, all right, they're like, yo, we got to move fast. But how can we sell it? All right. We'll start off slowly. We'll have them wearing these wearable devices, like make it look fashionable.
Right.
The Apple Watch and these other companies. Yeah. All right, which is the prelude to the chip, because they want to track everyone and they want to see what you're buying. They don't want you buying crazy weapons.
Yeah.
To overthrow them.
Right.
That's another thing. You got if you Google how many weapons come into America illegally, or how much weapons are. Let me rephrase it. How many weapons are transferred from state to state illegally? They're going to say thousands. In fact, let's do that.
Let's Google it.
Let's Google that. Let the AI do the legwork.
They got they got like 3D guns that they made. They got like homemade guns and shit like that.
How many illegal weapons cross state border? Because you could buy weapons in Florida easily.
Yeah.
But and then that, because you have literally, and this is Jake, Northern and Southern Kingdom, there's being mules like gun runners.
Right.
They'll buy weapons. They'll buy a whole bunch of weapons down here in Florida or Texas, and then they move it up north into the blue states.
Right.
Okay. And then you got the government themselves just throwing weapons left and right. But how many illegal weapons cross state border each year? Let's just say that. Okay. How many cross border each year? Okay.
Damn.
Some report indicate that between 200,000 and 500,000 firearms are smuggled across the U.S.-Mexican border, and they always talk. Notice they keep focusing on that southern border.
Right.
All right. And Biden kept the border open 4 years. All right.
He said state border, not country.
I didn't. Yeah, I said the state.
Yeah.
All right. They said but there you go. 200,000 or 500,000.
Right.
So what about state alone? Okay, the numbers are even higher than that.
Yeah.
Trafficking says a significant number of firearms also are trafficked across state lines. This is it within the U.S. Through exact figures are hard to determine. Every town research reports that over 1.3 million crime guns were recovered by law enforcement in 5 years. So there you go. So illegal firearms, okay. Or maybe, I don't understand with the term crime guns. Maybe that what it means. Illegal guns. Illegal guns. Like they
throwaway guns.
Right. They weren't purchased legally.
Yeah.
So millions.
Yep.
This is why that chip is coming in. Because if you want to buy a gun, they want to see what you're buying it for. Why are you buying a gun? Okay?
Yep.
All right?
I got a precept for that.
You got it.
And then I got another one. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." Yeah, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. All right, we know that what his plan is with that wearable device. All right, it's going to ultimately lead to laws to make it an implantable device. What Elder Apostle said, that Chief Justice Roberts, when what's his name, Biden said you have to rule on this. Where is it legal to have someone have an implant inside of them, man?
Yep.
All right, so that's all leading into the end game. Even Aaron Russo, he did that interview with Alex Jones about Nick Rockefeller, said that they want everybody chipped up. So we already know your plan, man, and the world is waking up, man. So we're not eating up your devices, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went to how the Lord gave us teachers.
Yeah.
This is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. It says, "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding." And that's our elder apostle, Great Millstone. You got it.
Yes. I want to bring out, what's it called? Because we're coming into some perilous times.
That's right.
It's about to get real graphic.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get, what is it?
2 Timothy 3:1.
2 Timothy. It's 2 Timothy 3:1, right? I know where I got Thessalonians from.
Yeah.
2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days, and we're clearly in the last days,
Yep.
perilous times shall come. All right, and when you go into that word perilous, it means hard to bear.
Yep.
Okay, savage. Okay, and that's why we're telling our people, hey, this ain't a time to be relaxing and thinking shit's sweet, man.
Right.
Okay, things are about to amp up. Yo, what's going on in the Middle East? That shit ain't going away.
Right.
You know, I was just meditating. Yo, the JJs, backed by America, clipped top Iranian generals and scientists.
Mm-hmm.
That shit ain't, the Iranians ain't gonna let that go away, bro.
Right.
Okay? No matter how much this American media wants to push ceasefire. Okay? And I just came across an article hot off the press. All right, that's why you just stay away. When you want to find out what's going on in the Middle East, just get away from Western media,
away from
CNN and Fox, because they're trying to fluff it up. The Houthis, now this is from Shafak.com. This is an Arab news media. Houthis Red Sea blockade remains in force. This hot off the press. Yemen's Houthis movement is maintaining a full naval blockade on the JJ affiliated shipping in the Red Sea. The group leader confirmed on Thursday. Okay, so this happened today.
Mm-hmm.
In a televised address, Abdul Malik al-Houthi said his forces have launched 309 ballistic and hypersonic missiles along with drones at JJ targets since the second phase of operations began in mid-Ramadan, March 2025. So they still pounding out these JJs.
Yeah.
Okay, these Houthis. And China backs the Houthis as long as with Iran backs Houthis. So again, these wars are not going to stop. That's why they're moving so hard with this chip, man.
Yep.
Okay? They want to track people. What's his name? That freaking LGBTQT personnel. Harari. Yuval.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Yeah. No, openly LGBTQT personnel.
Yeah.
Harari. Yuval Harari. And he claims to be a JJ.
Yeah.
That's goes to show you they ain't the chosen people.
He bugged out.
What did he say? Surveillance under the skin.
Yep.
Okay? He's like the forerunner. No, he's not the forerunner. Okay? He's like the apprentice to Klaus Schwab.
Right.
Okay? He's always at the World Economic Forum. Okay? He said surveillance under the skin. They want to put things in your skin, to surveil. That's the key part right there.
Mm-hmm.
To see where you're going, to see what you're buying.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's why when the scriptures say that no man shall buy or sell, why is that, man? Yeah. All right? Because this is total control.
Yep.
All right?
Yep. I got a precept. This Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Mm-hmm. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. So the Lord made us watchmen unto the house of Israel. Started with our apostles and elders, great millstone. All right, the elder bishops, the elder apostles, and the brothers on down. We're watchmen unto the house of Israel, man. So what do a watchman do? He'll stand on the tower and he'll see when the enemy come and he'll blow the trumpet. That's why we blowing the trumpet now, man. Telling our people get ready for this, for all hell to break loose, for perilous times, as the brother brought out, man. Mm-hmm. All right, meaning savage, meaning dangerous, man. Those are times that we into now. It's not a time to be partying, bullshitting. Especially if you're in this truth, it's not a time for you to go back into the world. Yep. You got to stand boldly for the Lord. They're going to try to come against us. They're going to try to demonize us. They already got that Iran. They say they arrest Iranian people here, whatever. Yep. And they said, I'll tell you, Elder Yash Woman, he just did a video. They said they found like weapons, Iranian weapons, you know? So they're gonna switch the narrative to us, but we're not ignorant of his devices. The Lord got us, man.
Right.
You know?
And that goes to show you that the prophecies are speaking. That's the spirit. I just did a lesson on that a few minutes ago about the Esau's losing control.
Yeah.
Terrors are on all sides, like it says in Job chapter 18, verse 11. Okay, all right. He's not in control like he thinks he is. Right. The Lord got him in a trap.
Yep.
And you got a lot of foreign nationals, a lot of different nations in this country who are just itching. All right. To put some work into this land. So that's why this devil's going to have to make major moves. All right? He's going to have to implement martial law. Okay? Yo, I just said this in our lesson. Bro, they're using ICE as the excuse to round up people that they don't like, that they deem as a threat.
Right.
They're using ICE. This is like what it was in World War II.
Yeah.
All right? Did not they round up Japanese people? Okay? After that whole Pearl Harbor incident.
Yep.
Okay. Now look. Now now America did the assault, started the attack. Now America's like, oh shit. All right, we know Iran's it's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
We just clipped their generals and their scientists, top generals.
Yeah.
That's like if Iran clipped the top general of America. What do you think's gonna happen, man?
They're gonna bomb the shit out of them.
Right? Yeah. They're gonna get in. They're gonna send foot soldiers in.
Yeah,
pay back. Right? So, hey, man.
Yeah, like not to cut you off, but with that ICE thing, and Trump already showed you that ICE is ultimately going to be backed by the Marines, man. Yep. Or the National Guard of the Marines. Yeah. So if y'all try to come against ICE, which y'all tried with those different protests, he going to send the Marines after your ass, man.
I was just analyzing this. I was like, meditate on it. Like, that's mad crafty. Use ICE as a front of what you really want. You want to remove people out of their homes. You want to get people. The Iranian nationals, bro, there was an article right here. I got it right here. We fled because of our faith. LA pastor says ICE detained Iranian Christians who fled persecution. So these are people that fled Iran, okay, from their strict, crazy Islam laws to come over here to get the same treatment.
See?
So this is more than fucking coming into this country illegally, man.
Right.
All right? Guarantee this Iranian had his papers.
Yeah.
Okay? And I read the article. They said it was due to a national security threat. That was, right here. It says, DJ has stated the two Iranian nationals were unlawfully present and flagged as subjects of national security interest. And you notice they put unlawfully. What the hell does that mean?
Right.
Okay? They're coming from another country.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do the vetting process.
Right.
All right? Because they must have said something on social media and like, oh no, we got to round this motherfucker up too.
Yep.
All right? And they watching social media. Yep. That's why, that social media, Jake be saying all types of reckless shit.
Just trying to get for clicks.
For clicks. You don't know that they watching your ass.
This one Edomite lady, she was like, just delete ICE.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. It was on X.
She
was like, stop putting the camera in front of them, just delete them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah. So they watching you, they seeing what you're doing, and that's why heavy persecution is coming.
Yep.
And that's why, let me bring this out, because Yahushua said this in the book of Luke chapter 21 verse 34, and take heed to yourselves lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. See, the bulk of our people still care for this life. They're not watching for what's going on.
Nope.
All right, they're not spiritually discerning the time. Shit's really popping off, man. We in World War III with the beginning stages.
Yeah,
Okay, this is what happened in World War II. They were rounding people up they couldn't trust. All right. There's a whole bunch of conflicts. America's out there bombing 7 countries right now, just with drones, okay, and warplanes. Okay, you got America back. What did Trump say? Trump said to the Ukrainian news journalist that was working for BBC, but she's a journalist based out of Ukraine, but she had to leave to Warsaw because her husband's in the Ukrainian military. She said, Donald Trump, this is at the NATO summit. Donald J. Trump, daddy. Okay,
Yeah.
daddy. That shit was funny.
Yeah.
Are you going to give Patriot missiles to Ukraine? Because Russia has been pounding. She said those words. Russia's been pounding Ukraine. Oh yeah, we're considering that. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, we're considering that. So Trump didn't say no. I'm not giving any weapons to Ukraine. He said we're considering, because you're not supposed to tell your enemy what you're gonna do.
Yep.
You just say these loose words.
Right.
Consider. We'll think about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get back to you on that. They're gonna give weapons to Ukraine. Okay, we're in a third world war. And again, China is backing the Houthis. What the fuck is going on? North Korea is in fucking Russia, helping out Russia fuck up some Ukrainians.
Yep.
So what the fuck? We in the shit.
Yep.
So get your shit together, man.
That's right.
All right? I'm like live like that. Like
we see
you
it.
see it. Like, yo, that's how you know that chip is coming.
Right. And this is all happening because the Lord is going to come back to deliver the elect of Israel. Man.
Yep.
We about the Lord, when we part of that, we about to get the hell up out of here, man.
Yep.
You got it.
You got Asian countries involved in this world war. Okay. You got Trump bombing shit in Africa, in the continent of Africa. They don't even say anything about Somalia. Trump is bombing the shit out of Somalia right now as we speak. Okay, what's that gonna do? Then you have that general, that Jake general that sold out from AFRICOM. I forgot his name. He said that the next terrorist attack is gonna be someone from Africa. How convenient.
Right.
Okay.
They use Jake to say that.
Yeah, come on, man. So, St. Luke chapter 21, verse 34. And take heed to yourself, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with suffering and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day can't come upon you unawares.
Yep.
All right, and a lot of our people are sleeping, man. 35. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Right. Hey, this is gonna be a snare, man, to a lot of people. People really thinking this current age is going to continue going on forever and ever. Nah, man.
Right.
The Lord has set a time for this place.
Yeah, they bugged out. They think it's a ceasefire right now.
Fucking ceasefire, man.
So
you know what the fuck this is? This is let's just chill out right now. And it's really, America was like, hey, Iran, let's put a ceasefire in. Okay, fine. Because them JJs were getting fucked up. Yeah. Right now, it's America and them JJs having to regroup, all right, assess the situation before they go again. And Iran knows this. That's why Iran's got nationals up in this motherfucker. Yep. And Iran is backing Hamas, is backing Hezbollah, is backing Houthis, okay, as well as China's backing the Houthis. All right, we in the shit, and people just not watching.
That's right.
That's what it is. And they playing these little fucking games. Are we in World War III? Are we not in World War III? Okay? We in it, man. We in it.
Yep.
All right? Grow up, man. Okay?
Right.
This is a world war. What is a world? Just get the precept for the third world coming quickly.
Get that.
All right? Not cometh slowly, cometh quickly.
Revelation 11.
World war. The world is involved in war, whether directly or indirectly. Okay?
Yep.
Just Google it. How many countries are I did. But get that precept and I'll get that precept real quick.
This book of Revelation chapter 11 Revelation chapter 11 verse 14, it says, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." So World War One passed, World War II passed, and the third woe, meaning World War III, is coming quickly, which we hear right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the beginning of it, man, and it's only gonna heat up. Yep. So you jakes that's on the fence, oh, I don't know if you're saying the truth or not. Hey, you better get with a program or not, man.
Yep.
Because it's only for the elect.
Yep. Oh, they changed it up. It was 92. You
You
saw that? It said first it was 92. Yeah. While pinpointing an exact number is difficult due to varying definitions and reporting. See, it's a word game. Varying definitions and reporting. It's estimated that over 90 countries are currently involved in conflicts, with a significant portion of those conflicts extending beyond their own borders. That's key. Okay? What's it called? There are numerous active conflicts around the globe, with some sources citing over 50. A large number of countries, over 90, are involved in conflicts beyond their own border. 90 countries are involved in conflicts beyond their own border. Now, Google the one. Now I'm going to Google one. How many countries were involved in World War II? 70. Approximately 70 countries were directly involved in World War II. Okay? Yet, you ask somebody, how many countries were involved in World War II? They only can name a handful. 70 nations. This is the AI overview. Yep. Okay? So now, it's 90. Okay?
Yeah.
Over 90.
Yep.
We're in a world war. That's what world war is.
Yep.
Okay? And you have the two major superpowers, okay, doing the most arms deal. Guess who they are? America and Russia.
Yep.
Arms exports. They are the top arms exporters on the world.
Yep.
Okay?
That's how you know they eat the Edomites.
That's how you know they're the Edomites.
Blessing is a sword.
Yep. So
you bugged out people.
We in the shit, man. Anything could pop off. But what were you gonna say, Slocky?
No, I said people saying Esau, the white man is Japhet.
Right.
No, the so-called white man is the Edomites, man. You know. But I had this precept. But Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3, because this is with all those conflicts, this is a sign that what our Lord told us was going to happen, man. Matthew chapter 24 verse 3, it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming in the end of the world? All right, so the disciples asked the Lord, what's going to happen before you make your second return in the end of the world? That world is eon, meaning a certain age of rulership, meaning Esau. Because Scripture say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of the Father. What's going to happen at the end of Esau's world, man? All right, it says, verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. So you'll have false prophets. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. That's conflicts. You know, that's these nations going against each other, man. That's one of the signs. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence. And those wars is going to lead to famines. What's going on in the Gaza Strip?
Famine.
Yep. It says famines, pestilence, which lead to diseases, earthquakes in diverse places. Lord, have earthquakes all over the place.
Right. In Iran, these past couple of days, they were getting hit with earthquakes.
Damn.
Back to back. Now, certain people were saying it was during the time of when Trump announced that he bombed Iran. Some of them were saying that those earthquakes were those bombs. All right.
Hey, that's a spirit too, because you say it's gonna be a great earthquake.
Exactly.
Those missiles
are gonna be a great earthquake, right?
Yep.
And sometimes that's how Esau covers his tracks. He'll tell the news media this was an earthquake that happened in this region, when really Esau's bombing the shit out of this country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And guess what? How you gonna know?
Right.
All right. How you gonna know? That's why you got to stick to the scriptures, man. Okay. Let the Bible do the speaking.
That's it.
Okay? It says earthquakes in diverse places. All right? Whether it's an organic earthquake or it's a bomb hitting another country, hey, the scriptures say earthquakes in diverse places. All right?
Yep. Last verse it says, Matthew 24 and verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So we're in the beginning of sorrows right now, man. So we tell our people to repent. And the brothers that's in the faith, brothers and sisters, hey, we gotta stand firm. And we living in beautiful times, man. Like the elders and apostles said, man, we living in beautiful time because our salvation is near.
Yep. I'll finish off with this. Back to St. Luke chapter 21, verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always. You gotta be praying, brothers and sisters, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man.
That's right.
It's coming to pass.
Yeah.
There's no stopping it. Anybody that's talking about peace, all right, and no, is a liar.
Yeah.
All right, these wars are getting bigger and more graphic and more bloody and more carnage.
Yep.
Get ready for a draft.
Yeah.
Okay? Get ready to see that chip be implemented in. The chip could come in, all right, before the draft, during the draft. Okay?
Right.
All right? All these prophecies have to come to pass before the Lord makes his arrival. All right? And we know when the Lord is about to make his arrival. When you see them nukes fly,
Yep.
you see them nukes fly, you know the Lord's coming, man. Okay?
Yep. That chip and then the nukes.
Yep. The chip, then the nukes.
Yep.
So, hey, we're here.
That's
all right? So, you got anything to say?
Nah, that's it, brother.
And with that, we want to give all praise and all glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai's sake.
Love you, brothers. Keep it door, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostle elders. We're almost out of here. To the fuses that are watching, keep studying. When you pray, pray to cover. Shalom.
Shalom.